Hey. Okay, so we have to talk. I feel like, okay, this is honestly not a really easy video for me to do, like if I'm being completely honest, because let's just, before we even get into the elephant in the room, let's just discuss how my platform grew because of natural hair. When I started on YouTube, I started because I wanted to share my natural hair journey. I had no idea, you know, what a few years later would look like. I had no idea how my interests would change. I had no idea how I would grow, how my preferences would change. I had no idea back then. All I knew back then is that I was inspired and very much astonished by people who were rocking their natural hair, and I'm like, I want that. So I went on the journey. You know, at 16 years old in high school, when literally no one back then was going natural. Like, people were looking at me like, what the fuck? But I just knew that that was something that I wanted to do, and so I did it. And it's so crazy to think how much I've changed since then. And it's also really crazy to think, like, I wonder how long my hair would be if I hadn't ever cut it. But then, like, how boring would that have been, like, for me to have kept my hair this long? Basically the point of this video is just to talk about how I'm not holding myself hostage to on a healthy or natural hair journey anymore. Well, my hair will always be healthy, like that will always be a priority for me, but I am done feeling like I have to stick to something in order to maintain something because people are watching, you know? I feel like I've done a pretty good job with doing things how I want to do it. Like, you guys know way back when I first cut my hair really short, and people were in an uproar over it because back then I was still pretty much known for natural hair. I had also got kicked out the natural hair show with a specific brand back then, which is so crazy because I'm actually gonna be working with that brand pretty soon. But anyway, that was a really eye-opening moment for me because if you don't know the story, I was invited to the World Natural Hair Show with a brand, and I decided literally like 2 months before that I wanted to cut my hair. I cut it really short, and the brand was like, you don't fit the look anymore. And I was like, excuse me? I thought I was invited to the show to work with the brand because they wanted me to use my influence to have people come to the booth. I thought that they picked me because of me. I didn't know they picked me because of my look. And so for them to have dropped me because the look wasn't up to par anymore, which right before that, my hair wasn't that long. My hair was like a bob at the time, not a bob, but it was like a long tapered cut. It came to like right here, and I cut it really short to be like up here. And they were like, yeah, we picked somebody else. And I'm like, okay. And that was kind of traumatizing because I had just started influencing at the time. Well, I hadn't just started, but I was just starting to get kind of serious. And so I was like, okay, so now I can't even do what I want with my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to forfeit, or not even forfeit, but literally be dropped from opportunities because I want to change my hair. Like, I wasn't okay with that. Luckily, in the same scenario, I was invited to the World Natural Hair Show with another brand, which shout out to Shea Moisture, because y'all will always have a soft spot in my heart. Even though Shea Moisture has gone through some crazy stuff over the years, Shea Moisture was like the first brand that I started with when I went natural, because it was one of the only brands that did like natural products. And they actually invited me to the show, and I got paid more. So yeah, I have no hate in my heart for that situation, but that was the first time I realized, like, I don't want to be restricted to my hair. Like, I don't want to feel like, okay, if I cut my hair, I'm gonna not make as much money, or if I cut my hair or I want to change my look, then people aren't gonna like me anymore. Like, that just felt like bad, you know? So from that point forward, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want with my hair. I'm gonna do what I want with my hair. Then fast forward to what year was that? 2020. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of experimenting with my hair. I'm ready to grow out my hair. Let me start a natural hair journey again. This was journey number, I don't even know, I lost count. But you guys know, back in February of 2020, I shaved my hair completely because I wanted to grow out my hair without color, without dye, without a lot of tension or heat. Like, I wanted to just see how I could grow my hair because I had never stuck to a traditional natural hair journey, and I wanted to just I don't know, force myself to do it. The first year was great. You guys saw all the videos that I did like every other month or so, updating you guys. This year comes along, I get to kind of like the awkward stage, and I start putting a lot of heat on my hair because I was getting a lot of protective styles. I was doing a lot of braids, I did locks, I did stitch braids, I did anything you could think of, twists, everything. And I won't say that the protective styles or the heat damaged my hair per se. I don't feel like it did. I feel like I did a pretty good job of maintaining my hair, but I'm also at the point in my hair journey where I know my hair. She's very high porosity. She is fine textured. She cannot take a lot of tension. She cannot do much of anything. She can't take color. I mean, she can take color. She'll take color, but a few months down the line, she's gonna be dry. She's gonna be breaking off. You're gonna be able to see right through her, you know what I'm saying? So my original natural hair journey started in 2013. So at this point, I can say that I've been natural for almost 8 years. Well, no, it has been 8 years, right? February of 2021 would have made 8 years of me being natural, which means in 2022, that'll be 9 years since I have been natural, since I've had no perms in my hair. So I can say I'm pretty confident in knowing my hair. And I can honestly say, looking back, that I felt the most confident in my hair when the back was shorter. Like, I don't know what it was. I did the taper cut several times, and I just love how I look with the back of my hair shorter. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's my head shape. I don't know. It's just something about a long tapered cut that just sits right with me. Like the red cut that I had, that I did with Cream of Nature, that was my favorite cut. The way that my hair laid, the way that my hair had volume, like the way that it just bounced, it was amazing. I feel like with the shape that my hair was growing out in prior to what's going on now, the top was kind of short and then the back was like really getting long, and that was kind of irritating because it made my hair look really weird. Like, you guys saw I just got a trim, and the trim was fine. I have no complaints about the trim at all, but it's just the way that my hair grows. Like, the top grows slow and the back just grows fast, and so when it grows out, you just kind of can see the differences between the lengths. It looks really choppy, and then when I try to do like twist outs or wash and goes, it looks like weirdly layered. So literally, guys, right before I was about to revert my hair back to curly after having the straight hair, I was like, I want to cut it. I want to cut it. And I literally, no lie, I got my little cutting shears that I got from Sally's, and I just started cutting. Like, I just started cutting my hair. Like, what the heck? Be doing some spontaneous because why did I just cut my hair into a bob? I was about to wash it, but I was like, I don't really like this shape. And I literally just went in and cut like so much off. Like, this isn't even, I already threw most of the hair away, but like, you can't really tell because I only cut hair really in the back, but like, who told me to do that? I don't know why. My hair was straight, and so I could see exactly how long it was. You guys know when your hair is curly, you really can't see how long it is. And I just felt like I wanted it to be blunt. Like, I wanted the top to lay at the same length that the back laid. So I just started cutting. I just started cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. I kept getting shorter and shorter, but somehow I ended up here, and I am obsessed. Like, you guys know that emoji? Like, I am obsessed with it. Like, I just, like, and it reminds me a little bit of when I had the tapered cut with the red hair. It's just that my hair isn't as long, but I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like straight, and then I'll also show you guys obviously what it looks like curly, and obviously looks like 2 different heads of hair. But I just really love this shape on me. And one thing I can definitely say about my hair journey is that shape is everything. Like, every time I cut my hair, every time I got a trim even, I always felt better because the shape just fits you, you know what I'm saying? And when you're trying to grow out your hair, it's obviously kind of hard to maintain a shape. But if you have a shape that you love, girl, keep going back to it. Because I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe it's I don't even know. And mind you, like I said, I cut this when it was straight, so I had no clue what it was going to look like when I like washed it and everything. But when it reverted back and I saw this, I was like, wow. So that's another thing I learned as well, because early 2021, which would have been a year after I started my hair journey, I went to a hairstylist to get like a little tapered cut, kind of like I just wanted her to cut the back a little shorter because I even knew back then that that's what I liked. But the problem was she cut it on curly hair, which some natural hairstylists like that method, and then some prefer to cut it when it's blown out or straightened. Now that I've done both, you know, I've had my hair cut straight, I've had my hair cut blow dried, and I've had my hair cut in its curly state. I can honestly say from experience that cutting it in its blown out state or in its straight state is like the best you could do, because I just feel like you get a better shape that way. Like I don't think that I've ever been able to properly cut my own hair in its curly state, but when it was straight, like, you guys see this? I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of what the back of my hair looks like the shape. I didn't film it because it was kind of a in the moment type of thing, but I basically just parted my hair in the center while I was straight, and I just cut it to match the top. So all of this hair lays to like right here, and then I had to cut the back to be able to match the front. I'm obsessed with it. Like, that's literally the best thing I could say. I just did a wash and go today, so this is first day hair, and the shape just fits my head. Like, I don't even know how I did this. And I feel so bad sometimes because I feel like a lot of you guys want videos on certain things, but there are some things that require like a few times of me doing it first before I can come on and give you guys tips or even a full tutorial on how to do it. But on top of that, there's also sometimes like this where it's super spontaneous and I just kind of do it in the moment, and I can't really just set up my camera and start recording, you know? But okay, I feel like I've been talking for a minute and I don't even know if I made any points here. But basically, I just wanted to come on and tell you guys that I am no longer attached to maintaining a hair journey, or I mean, I've never been attached to maintaining a hair journey, but I'm just kind of releasing myself from the pressure to continue doing something because people are following me. I feel like either you're gonna resonate with all the changes that I make or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine. I mean, I share other parts of my life. Maybe you resonate with those, maybe you don't. I don't know. But I'm at a place now where I just wanna create content that feels good to me. I wanna create content that I feel like is actually being produced because that's what's actually going on in my life, and not because I'm forcing it or feeling like obligated to do it because my audience wants it, you know? And that is really, it's not to say that I don't value you. It's not to say that I don't care about what you want to see. But at the same time, I have to make sure that I am actually living my life. I have to make sure that I'm actually doing things that I want to do. And I have been posting in my close friends on Instagram for a few days of my hair because I felt like, how the heck am I going to tell these people that I cut my hair and I told them I wasn't going to cut my hair again, you know? And there's a part of me that feels the commitment when I say I'm gonna do something to stick through with it. But it's like, bro, life's too short to feel like you have to stay committed to something even if you don't really want to. If you wanna say, oh, Casey, I told you were gonna cut your hair, or Casey, I told you so, like, go ahead. I don't care. Cause I feel great, I look great. And that actually takes me to something else that I wanna talk to you guys about while we're here. So remember I mentioned earlier how I know my hair and she's fine and she's not that dense, you know, she can't take a lot of tension. So I have already decided this. Like, I don't want you guys in the comments trying to convince me to change my mind, because I tend to make my decisions alone and then present them to the world because I'm ready to, not because I want input, you know what I mean? So I've decided that I am going to lock my hair, which is also very hard for me to come on here and say because I just feel like a lot of you guys still come to me for hair content, and if I'm being honest, I don't get lit up by hair content anymore just because I don't do my hair that much. Even if you go way back to like videos back, I've never really done much to my hair besides twist outs and wash and goes. Like, I don't really like doing braid outs. I don't really like doing all the fancy hairstyles, on top of the fact that my hair is fine. It can't be manipulated too many times throughout the week. Yeah, I've decided that I want to lock her up. Like, I don't really feel like I need to come and give an explanation. I feel like that's something that I've kind of grown out of now within my influencer journey. I always felt like before that I had to have a reason for everything that I did so I could like present my argument to you guys. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. I'm gonna do what I feel like is right. At the point in my hair journey now, you guys know I have done everything with my hair. I have done everything possible with my hair. And I'm so like grateful for myself for like not being afraid to do that, because I feel like I learned so much about myself and about my hair through all of that. So I don't regret any step of it. It's just something about locks that's calling me right now. And you guys might think, oh, you change your hair up too much to stay committed to something like that. But honestly, the reason why I change my hair so much is because I kind of get frustrated with it very often. You know, if it's not in a shape like this that I like, then I get frustrated. If I dye it and it gets messed up, I get frustrated. If I try a style that doesn't end up working out the way that I want to, I get frustrated. And frustrations are normal when it comes to your natural hair. And I love my hair. Like, do you guys see my hair? Like, I have the cutest, most unique curls on the planet. So I don't want it to come off as though I'm saying that I don't like my hair or that I'm overly frustrated with dealing with it, because that's not the case. I actually really love doing my hair. Like, the whole process of washing and conditioning and styling, it just feels, it feels very much like a self-care ritual to me. It feels good to take care of myself and to take care of my hair and to literally take hours out of my day to just pamper my hair. But at the same time, in the same breath, literally, because I know how like special and unique my hair is, I just feel bad constantly doing wash and goes every other day, because literally 1 or 2 days goes by and I don't like how my wash and go looks anymore. So I'm either co-washing it or washing it again, and that is just so much tension and manipulation on my hair. Or I'm getting bored with the wash and goes, so I'm putting heat on my hair to get protective styles, and it's just like, why don't I just let my hair do its own thing, you know? And honestly, I wasn't going to tell you guys ahead of time, because I already had my appointment booked. I'm not gonna say what day. I'm gonna surprise y'all with the actual day, but I've already booked my appointment. Like, I booked it months ago. I just wasn't sure, you know, how I was going to announce it. Like, am I gonna tell them ahead of time? Am I gonna wait till like a month later to say that I did it? Like, I didn't really know. And honestly, like, I might start the hair journey or the lock journey and change my mind again. Like, if that happens, it happens. But through all of this, I just want to make it clear, I just want my story to be able to inspire you to just do what you want to do. I'm not saying stick to something. I'm not saying don't stick to something. I'm saying do what feels good for you at the moment it feels good. And guess what? You might end up doing something and then you're like mad at yourself for it and you like hate yourself for a little bit, but like, you did it. You know what I'm saying? There's no what ifs. There's no, oh, I wish I would have tried it. Like, you did it, and you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, and you have to live with either one, but at least you did it. And that is like, that's such a freeing feeling to have. So yeah, the main points that I wanted to make in this video are, I'm no longer doing a natural hair journey. I mean, I've cut my hair pretty short, so there is no more length checks, there is no more hair updates. It's just, I'm doing what feels good, and cutting my hair right now felt good. Second point was that I am obsessed with my curl pattern. I love my hair. I love taking care of my hair. I love pampering myself with wash day. And in the same breath, I feel like I'm doing my hair a disservice constantly being in it. And I'm just, again, like, just like how I started my natural hair journey, I'm very much inspired by people who have locks. If you see my For You page on Instagram, where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is, but if you see my For You page, you know how the For You page literally curates and shows you posts based off of what you like or what you show. My For You page is like all locks. Like, I'm just so, I don't know. And this is not something that's new. It's just something that I'm sharing with you guys. So I've literally been doing research and obsessed with the idea of having locks for months now. And yes, even though I have cut my hair a little bit, I'm still gonna be locking it. I actually feel like it's gonna be a nice shape the way that the locks will lay, because even though it looks very short, the top of my hair actually comes all the way to my chin. So I think it'll be a cute like lock starter bob that I'll have, at least in the beginning. I think once I wash it, shrinkage will get to it, etc. But we'll get into the actual lock journey when that time comes. But yeah, I love my hair so much, I want to leave it alone. And that's reason enough for me to do it. You don't have to agree with it. You don't even have to think that it's a good idea. You don't even have to think that that is something that you would ever do, because you know, you're not me. That's a huge reason why I want to leave it alone, because I've loved it. I've cherished it so much over the years, and I've seen how I've treated it throughout the years as well. And I just really want to leave it alone and just see what it does on its own. It's not really attached to like any spiritual journey or anything like that. I know a lot of people get locks when they start their spiritual journey, and I wouldn't say it's that at all. It's more just like curiosity, just like anything else that you do in life. And I just think that I would look so cute with them. I think I would look cute. I think that I'll still be able to do hair content with them. Obviously wash days, retwists, scalp stuff. I feel like I've done a very good job at not putting myself in a hair box to the point where I can kind of do anything. And like I said, people may not resonate and they may stop watching, but then I'll attract a new audience that is interested. So either way, I feel like if I'm sharing my authentic journey through life, you know, the right people are going to see it at the right time, and that's all that matters to me. I'm not really too concerned with keeping people's attention. I'm more so concerned with walking my own path and just getting the attention of people who need to see it when it's happening. So I don't know, maybe some of you guys are considering locking your hair too, and you needed someone like me to tell you, like, you can do it. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, and you don't have to do anything because you feel like other people are going to be against it. I don't really know how they're gonna come out. I mean, same thing with going natural. Like, you think that your hair is gonna look a certain way, and then you start the journey yourself, and it's just not like that. But I believe that the natural hair journey that I've been on so far these past almost 9 years has taught me patience. It has taught me how to not compare myself. It has taught me to really just fully be in my own experience. And so I'm not really too worried about how this next journey is going to look like. I do plan on starting with 2-strand twists. I already, you know, like I said, I've already had the appointment, so I've already talked to the lady about it. I'm actually getting them done in Fort Washington in Maryland, so I'm flying to Baltimore to be able to drive there for it in December. So it's coming up, like it's coming soon, and I'm sure this is probably like a lot for you guys in one video. I freaking cut my hair into a tapered cut again. I'm telling you that I'm gonna be locking the tapered cut. But I just kind of want to set the tone for 2022 because I feel like I'm coming with a different energy. I'm coming with something that I've been a little bit more timid about at this point in my influencing career. I feel like I have just done so much because I feel like other people want to see it, or I feel like this is what's gonna do well, or I feel like this is what brands want to see, and I'm just kind of dropping that. I have seen a lot more success and fulfillment within myself when I just do what feels right and not worry too much about anything else. And as an influencer, that's not easy because your career is basically based off of who you're influencing. And so for me to have gone from hair to skincare to makeup to all this stuff, like, my audience has shifted so much throughout the years. Some people stayed, some people didn't, some people left and then came back. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not too concerned with keeping attention. I just want to maintain the attention of the people that need to see what I'm putting out. And I feel like if I'm fully standing in myself, if I'm fully standing in my power and doing what I feel is right, then I can inspire other people to do the same. And that's, at the end of the day, I don't really care about selling products. I don't really care too much about showing you guys, you know, the latest stuff. I want you to see that I am standing in my truth. I'm standing in my power, and you can do the same way. You could literally do it the same way. Also, I am very much tired of filming in my bathroom, so pretty soon we will be migrating into my studio space. If you haven't seen any of my apartment updates, you know, I've been getting things slowly rolling. So my office space is coming together, and I plan on filming in there like very soon. But this was just a really quick, like, I'm gonna turn the camera on and talk type of thing, because it's been on my heart for a little while to talk about. I wasn't sure when the right time was or how I was gonna say it, and today just felt like the right day to do it. Something else that I want to mention too is that I really enjoy creating reels on Instagram, and I feel like that takes away a little bit, or it has been taking away a little bit from how consistent I am on YouTube. But again, my interests are changing, my preferences are changing. YouTube takes a lot more effort than you guys think, and now Instagram is paying us to make reels. So it's like, okay, if I can take a few minutes of my time each day to create a 15-second video, I'll be making more than I will on YouTube. You know what I mean? And YouTube, again, it just takes a lot. And so I've been just trying to find ways to work smarter, not harder, if I'm being honest. And reels have just been so fun for me. They've been like creatively stimulating also, because I'm very much used to creating long videos like this where I'm showing the before, the process, the after. Like I'm used to being very, very in-depth in my videos. And so reels have kind of challenged me to get straight to the point, you know what I'm saying? And just post what's important, get the message across quickly, which I think resonates a lot with my audience as well, because y'all don't want to sit through a whole YouTube video for the info no more. Y'all just want to see it quick, right? I feel like as time goes on and social media starts changing, people's attention spans are changing as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, since this is my job, I gotta roll with the punches and just do what is working and what's trending. And right now, you know, for a while, I didn't like making reels for the simple fact that I felt comfortable making longer videos. So I stayed more so on the YouTube side, the longer video side. But now that I've kind of like, you know, tested myself and challenged myself a little bit to make reels, I genuinely enjoy it because I love aesthetics. Y'all already know this about me. I love aesthetics. So I really like creating these short videos that tell a story, but they're also aesthetically pleasing, and they also are educational, and they also, you know, get straight to the point. They're fun, you know? And so I definitely want you guys to follow me on Instagram if you're not. Like, this is not a shameless plug. This is just me telling you I'm gonna be more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube, because that is just what feels good right now. I just love making reels, which is so crazy because 2 months ago I hated making reels. I just hated, like, I hated it. But now that I've kind of found my own flow with creating them, I'm not really trying to create reels based off of what's trending or based off of what other people are doing. I'm just kind of doing what feels right. It's great. I love it. Not to say that I won't be on YouTube. I'll definitely be posting on YouTube at least twice a week, but I might be posting reels like every day. So yeah, I mean, if you don't get anything else from this video, I just want y'all to know, like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm not really sorry. I just feel like for a while I have been limiting my own potential because I haven't been fully doing things with it I want to. Like, I've been kind of walking my own path, but now I really have the confidence and I have the, almost like, I don't want to say the clearance, because nothing really cleared me, but I gave myself permission to continue doing things the way I want to do it and to not feel like shit about it. Because it's very easy to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this my way, I don't care what nobody else says, but deep down you really care what everybody else says. It's another thing to say that and to really mean it and to fully walk in it. So yeah, I cut my hair. What you gonna say? I'm gonna lock my hair next month. What you gonna say? I'm not gonna be doing a lot of natural hair content anymore. What you gonna say? I can't stop looking at myself because I'm obsessed with this cut. And it's so crazy to think that I did this myself, because I never would have thought that I'd be able to cut my hair like this. Even though I still feel like this side might be a tad bit longer than this side. I don't really know. I can't really tell, but it looks good. So yeah, this is your permission to do the thing and do it how you want to do it, period. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel if you're not already, because it's about to get real. It's about to get real, what's the word? It's about to get real my way up in here, okay? And I invite you to come along for the ride. If you don't want to anymore, that's cool too. But I just, from the bottom of my heart, I tremendously appreciate any of you who have stayed with me through so many of the changes that I've made over the years, because I feel like there's some influencers who are still doing the same thing that they were doing like years and years ago. And I have changed so much. So it's so crazy to think that I can still maintain a certain level of an audience, even though I'm not doing nearly the same thing that I was doing when I first started. So for that, I thank you. I can't express it. For those of you that are new here, hey girl, hey. You came at a good time because I'm feeling myself. And just for anyone who has ever done anything, whether it was click this video, like a video, comment, share, thank you. I would not be where I am without you. And also even my silent subscribers, like, I'm not counting you guys out either. Like, I love you guys just as much, because I'm very much a silent subscriber to a few of my own subscriptions. So yeah, that's my rant for the day. Hopefully I didn't scare any of you guys off, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. They said much they thought I was shy. I took off and went straight to the top. They can't fit me a nigga too high.